Hey, okay, there we go. It's Vic McDick. It's been a while since we talked about him. It's been a while since we looked at anything from him. He's got a little 2 minute clip here where he's being an idiot. We haven't heard much from him. We did go over some of the litigation updates, and I have not seen another litigation update as of yet. Where basically what was happening is he has lost his appeals, he's lost his case, his defamation cases, and so it looked like people who he had cases against started asking for the money that they're owed from him losing the case, as well as looking for any money that he has had that they can get their little hands on. So let's see what he has to say, shall we?
Back when I decided that the only course of action was to file suit for defamation and slander, which most certainly took place.
You can't make that claim. You lost your case.
And you have to address those kind of things when they happen. But you don't have to speak ill of the person. You certainly don't have to get online and talk garbage about them and slander them.
But that's what you're doing. You're making claims that you failed to prove in court to say that in saying that they're doing something that you cannot prove that they've done. So that's what you're doing. So stop doing. You're saying that you can't do the thing that you're doing, or you ought not to be doing the thing that you're doing. Oh my god.
And that's where it becomes tricky, is drawing that very, very fine line between trying to seek a just resolution, but also not hating the person or trying to malign or talk badly about the person.
All you have to do is shut up. All you have to do is shut up and not talk about it. It's not that hard. He's trying to draw it like this is some really hard line that you have to walk. You don't have to walk the line at all. You can just not talk about the case. You can just say, hey, I'm looking for litigation. I'm not going to talk about it until there's some kind of resolution. Once there's some kind of resolution, I will inform you about what that resolution was, and we will move on from there. That's all you have to do. And if you're talking about you need to address slander when it happens to you, which is something you mentioned a minute ago, that depends. It's entirely situational. Some things will be worth addressing. Some things will not be worth addressing. There are different ways to navigate it. You want to pick your battles, and you want to make sure that you cannot address or convince everybody. And in trying to do so, you're just going to make yourself look bad. Right? So you need to kind of pick and choose which ones you're going to address and make sure you have reasons as to why you're going to address them. And those reasons can be very complicated. Those reasons could be very simple. It could be as complicated as this turned into a big thing and I need to make sure it gets addressed, or this is just amusing. So but you'd have to think those things through. You'd have to not be reactionary. You have to be willing to actually watch the videos or watch and look at what's actually being said and being able to distinguish what is slander versus what is someone's opinion versus what is speculation versus what is an actual accusation or what is just reasonable criticism, whether or not that criticism is productive or whether that criticism is, what's the word I'm looking for? Constructive. Because criticism doesn't have to be constructive, right?
Kind of tricky, isn't it? That's a fine line to walk right there. I don't want to be at odds with anybody. I desperately desire to get along with everybody. Even if they've wronged me. If you guys saw, I don't know if you saw.
Then why are you still accusing people of slander in a case that you've lost? Then why are you saying and doing the things you're saying and doing? Your actions and what you're saying you want are not fitting together here, bud.
An interview that I did a while back where I literally said, if any one of these people that attacked me and defamed and slandered and posted all that stuff.
You're still
If
doing
any
it.
one of them were to ever contact me and say, you know, things really got out of hand and I'm really, really sorry. Um, please forgive me for my part in this. I would be the first to say absolutely.
You're asking for people to admit to something that you could not prove they did in court. Why would any of them contact you at all? As a matter of fact, if they're accusing you of harassment, which is part of what you're being accused for, them contacting you at all should and ought to be something you do not want. Because if somebody is making these accusations about you and they slide into your DMs, that is asking for fucking trouble. Absolutely not. No. What are you talking about? I like how you're Vic here is basically just pontificating about how what such a nice guy he is. He's such a good guy that he would forgive people who did all these terrible things about them that he wants to get along with as he continues to make accusations about them. Bro, stop. Stop! You want this to stop? You want to get along with everybody? Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up about it! Because you're still riling up your fucking audience! Oh my god!
I forgive you. Let's be friends. In many of these cases, these people were people that I liked, that I thought were friends, that I would have gone to bat for, and that I would have thought would have gone to bat for me. So even now,
just you thinking everybody is your friend doesn't mean that they are. That's a skill issue. That's a social skill issue that you are apparently saying that you struggle with. It takes practice to learn when somebody actually does and doesn't like you, and some people struggle with that, and sometimes it's really difficult, and sometimes it takes a long time to learn, right? But that's a you thing. You need to work on that. That's a personal issue.
it is not too late for reconciliation.
Yes, it is. You're still making accusations. Especially if their accusations are true, and especially since you're here still claiming and wanting to be the you're acting as if you're still the arbiter, as if you're the one who gets to say and accept apologies, as if you are in any position of authority or power over these people. You're not in that position anymore, and you lost. You lost your cases. You lost your appeals. Even if they were lying about you, what motivation would anybody have to go to you and apologize? What motivation would somebody like your ex-girlfriend, who you were cheating on with another long-term girlfriend, when you set her up and sent her half-cocked after people, what would she come to you for at all, for anything? That doesn't make any sense. Nobody wants your forgiveness because none of these people think they've done anything wrong in defending themselves. My god. This man is... I don't know. That's all I had. I don't know. It's good to know nothing's changed. He's learned nothing. He's still continuing.